Greetings to everyone listening out there. It's another fine day, and I would like to welcome you back to the King and I Life podcast. This segment of African American historical figures, places, and events is hosted by yours truly, Soul Toucher the Poet. Today, I'm going to talk to you about African American surnames. What's in a name? We are in an era where many are searching for and embracing their identities. Race, ethnic background, genealogy, and sexual orientation top the list, but again, I ask, what's in a name? This search is poignant in the African American and Black communities in America, and the results are often enlightening. A few articles provide separate definitions for African American and Black. The sources define African American as relating to the slave trade and Africans brought to America on ships to work as servants. The definition of Black encompasses African people that migrated to America and other countries throughout the world, enslaved or of free will. The focus of this discussion will be the former definition. Our surnames originate from historical events within America's history. When slaves were brought to the Americas from Africa, they were assigned their captors or owners' last names. Following the Civil War and the Emancipation Proclamation, freed slaves self-identified. Following the Civil War and the Emancipation Proclamation, freed slaves self-identified by selecting the last name they wished to use for themselves and their families. Imagine the excitement and empowerment of the ability to choose your own name. Freedmen took names they recognized, James from the Bible or Washington to name a couple. Jumping ahead a bit to 2011, Washington still topped the list of names for people identifying as African American. Depending on the area of the country, names were selected based on the cultural customs observed or emulated. French names were selected in areas near Louisiana as a nod to the Creole cultural vibrance and freedoms enjoyed by most Black people in the area. Henri became Henry, Jordan, LaSalle, Morgan, and Norwood, just to name a few. Interestingly, many French names taken were used as either first or last names. The most chosen English last names were Brown, Jackson, the son of Jack, Johnson, the son of John, and Jones. Trade names like Taylor and Smith identified one's occupation. Some freedmen retained the names given by their captors in hopes of reuniting with family members that had been relocated or taken away. Spelling differences with the addition or of removal of letters frequently occurred. Today, the naming conventions for either first or last names have taken on much creative license. If you would like to give us feedback or input on this and other topics, submit your request to KingAndEye369@gmail.com. That's KingAndEye369@gmail.com. Thank you again for listening to the King and I Life podcast segment of African American historical figures, places, and events. Please enjoy the rest of your week.